everybody, and thank you for tuning in. On this channel, I talk about my homeschool journey with my 6-year-old twins and my 8-year-old twins. And I just want to tell you really quick, if you've been watching my other videos, you've seen it. I will be changing my name, my YouTube channel name. I am not going to say what it is yet because I just want to make sure that it's 100%, but I did want to give you a heads up on that. If you come to my channel in the next, couple weeks and you see that it's different, no, you're not going crazy. I really did change it. So just watch for that, and I hope it just doesn't confuse you too much. If you're new here, welcome. I hope that you enjoy the videos that I'm doing. Right now I'm going over all of the curriculum that we're using for this year. I did do a curriculum video that I'll put in the notes below if you want to see what we had decided to use for the whole year. But a couple things have changed since then, so I wanted to do a separate specific videos on the things that we are actually doing. So anyway, if you are new, please go ahead and subscribe, hit the little bell, it'll tell you when my new videos are coming up, and also don't forget to give me a thumbs up. That really helps my videos be seen by other homeschooling families. All right, with that being said, let me jump right into Cursive. So for our family, I've done a lot of research on writing cursive first, teaching cursive first, bypassing print altogether. I'm not going to go into that because that could take a long time. I will put some helpful links below on articles that I have read and passed on to others when they ask, why would you do cursive first? Isn't it harder for them? Doesn't it take longer? What about print? And all of these things. So go ahead and check out those articles below if you're interested in it. Now, also, I don't start a formal writing requirement of them until they're about 6.5. And I just want to give their muscles plenty of time to develop. I want them to work on their fine motor skills by doing other things, playing with Legos, playing with sand, all of those things, before we sit down and I'm asking them to hold a pencil or a marker and write something. And if they are still very uncomfortable with that, I hold off for another couple months and we try again. So I am very laxed about when they will start to write because I have no doubt that when they graduate, they will be able to write just fine. As far as cursive, they all 4 do it, and I start them out at 6 years old with the Roller Coaster Writer Script and Scribe Introduction to Cursive. This is by 100 Acre Wood. I will put that link below. I also have a video where I talk all about this cursive curriculum. I will put that video in the links below as well. So I won't go over too much in this video because I talked about it, at length in that one. But we start out with this one, and this is just basically each letter. It's green because my son loves green and it made him excited to do this book. So you probably can't tell the tracing. I have them trace it if they don't want to write it. So we trace, and then if they get to the end of the book, which then by the end they're doing the capitals, then I go back and we start from the beginning again. And since they've already traced them, now I ask them to write their own. And that is for, like I said, my 6-year-olds. Now my 6-year-old daughter, she has pink. You can tell that she can write the letters just fine, but she's still choosing to just kind of trace hers, which is fine. I'm not a super stickler for them writing everything so perfectly when they first start out. I just want them to trace it and be comfortable with the flow of the letters. So for cursive with my 6-year-olds, it's 5 minutes a day. That's it. Or however long it takes them to do 2 of these lines. It may take only 2 minutes. And if they do 2 lines, that's fine. If they do the whole page, that's fine. After that book, they would move on to the next book, which is the letter connector. Now, nobody is doing this one anymore because it comes after this one. So obviously my 6-year-olds aren't doing it yet. My 8-year-olds have completed this one. So this is my daughter's. She did this when she was 6 and 7. And this basically, after you learn your letters, then you learn to, like it says, connect the letters. And you can see her writing is still a little bit wobbly, but that's fine. With consistent practice and just, like I said, staying consistent, you'll see that it starts to get better and better. It's still a little bit wobbly. And then at the end of the book, you're writing quite a bit. And I feel like here she started getting really good. And it doesn't take long. It just takes being consistent. So when my now 8-year-olds finished this book, we went on with the next Script and Scribe book, but I don't feel like they really took to it as much as they did this. So I went in search of kind of another program that I felt was as good as this. We like the style of cursive in this. It's Danielian. I'm very kind of picky about what style of cursive I want them to learn. And I want to make sure that if I switch programs, they were learning like the same type of letter formations because I didn't want to confuse them. So for my 8-year-olds now, we went straight into The Good and the Beautiful Handwriting Level 5. They have not done level 1, 2, 3, or 4 because that's all like print work. And I think 4 was an introduction to cursive, so I didn't want them to do that. They went straight into level 5, and it's a little simple for them because they've been writing a lot more than what this book allows them to write. But what they love about this is that at the bottom, there's a little page for them to create something. Here, this is my daughter's. So there was a little birdhouse so they can color it. So you can see that she wrote, "I love you." My daughter's cursive is absolutely beautiful. And then on this side, there's a little bug. And this one, I just thought was gonna be really good for them because it does get harder after some like introductory work. So towards the end of this, they're also going over print, which I might, if they want to do that, they can. They don't have to. But soon they'll be doing regular copy work like this. And then there's just some more things for them to kind of draw and color at the bottom, which I think is what they really, really liked about this. And then towards the end, they'll be doing much more longer passages of copy work. I'm loving how this program looks for them. I think it's gonna be really, really good for them. And I like that even more towards the end, now they're reading a sentence and they're writing it on their own in cursive. So they're not copying it anymore. They now have to translate it into, into cursive. And then of course they have the little activity here at the bottom. This is a little owl maze. Over here it says draw a scene around the horse. They are loving these little activities that they get to do at the bottom of the pages. Make cloud formations. So I really, really like this, and they do too. They love it. They ask to do this all the time. So tomorrow or Monday, they'll be doing this. The reason I kept them in this, because they're way beyond, needing to just do the letters, is because as it moves on, it will catch up with their level that they're at. And I think working into that is going to be a lot easier for them than for me just to throw them into level 6, if that makes any sense. So I highly recommend, I haven't seen any of the other levels and I don't know much about, their print work, but I highly recommend this. I think this is a great book and curriculum if you are wanting to do or continue cursive. I absolutely love this. And that is it for cursive. I hope that was helpful. Again, if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. That really helps my videos, and I will chat with you next time.